And now he's a martyr.
And now
he's coming back, Jimmy.
The peppermint twist
he's
is back.
Coming back. It's going to be great for comedy. He's coming back.
He values his own name at $3 billion.
He's not going to be president. He is not going to be president of the United States.
We better be ready for the fact that he might be leading the Republican ticket next.
I know you don't believe that, but I want to go on.
The events in Washington have taken a violent and tumultuous turn.
USA! It's on fight!
Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States.
The office of President of the United States.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Being President of the United States is the most powerful position a man can achieve. And from all people in the world, this man achieved it. How did the reality TV star go from
You are homosexual, Clay?
I am, yes, Mr. Trump.
becoming the most powerful man on earth? Donald Trump's story is not just about a businessman becoming the 45th President of the United States. It is about a man rebranding himself and using the media as his tool to rise to power. Trump started to appear regular on televised interviews from around 1985.
Very unusual interview, folks.
In his interviews, he would always say,
I didn't say me, Mike. I said somebody has to do it. If it were me, that'd be fine. I could do it. Somebody has to help this country. And if they don't, the country and the world are in big trouble. Big trouble.
He doesn't want to go into politics. He just has to do the right thing and speak up about how America and New York is being ruined.
It's a shame what's happening. Japan, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, everybody's taking advantage of the United States. People know that if certain people are running a country, that it won't happen.
It is not every day a businessman gets to speak on a public platform. And for Trump, it wasn't a coincidence either.
But, you know, sitting here listening to this stuff, it seems to me you are dying to get to some public platform to superimpose those feelings upon the American awareness.
Well, maybe so, but I'm not.
In the 80s, Trump started to create a foothold in the world of media. And he bought several full-page ads in multiple US newspapers, costing him around $94,000. For the average American family in the time, that would be more than 3 times their annual income. For a man like Donald Trump, however, it was just pocket change. Trump inherited a big part of his wealth through his father, Fred Trump, an American real estate developer and businessman. Donald Trump often says his father only helped him to kickstart his business.
You know, I started off in Brooklyn. My father gave me a small loan of $1 million. I came into Manhattan and I had to pay him back, and I had to pay him back with interest.
Trump did get a loan of $1 million, but he also received several millions from his father throughout his life. He was already a millionaire at just 8 years old. Despite not being the best businessman, Trump was a very sly marketeer. In 1987, he published a book called Trump, The Art of the Deal, which was a huge success.
Trump, The Art of the Deal. And the front page of the Wall Street Journal today tells us that they're printing 150,000 copies.
It reached the #1 spot on the New York Times bestseller list and stayed there for 13 weeks. What many people don't know is that it was actually ghostwritten by Tony Schwartz. And Trump didn't write a single page. Nonetheless, The Art of the Deal still did massive favors for Trump's public image.
I wrote a book in the late 80s called The Art of the Deal, and to this day it's the biggest selling business book ever written.
But later in life opened the door to the reality show The Apprentice. Between 1985 and 1984, Trump lost around $1.17 billion, and he had to file for bankruptcy 3 times. Where most of us would see bankruptcy as a very bad thing, Trump used it to his advantage. Later even writing a book about it called The Art of the Comeback.
And I had a great time writing The Art of the Comeback because I knew I was doing well, but a lot of people didn't think so.
Right.
And I knew what was happening, so I'm writing a book and I know things that nobody else knew. And when I did come back much bigger and better than ever before in the 80s, I mean, to a point where many times it was like...
Not only were his 90s painted in financial losses, his private life also took a big hit.
The drama started when Donald began cheating on his wife, Ivana Trump, with aspiring actress Marla Maples. After an ugly public falling out, Donald and Ivana divorced in 1992, with some reports that Ivana got millions from the split.
Trump married Marla Maples, but they divorced a few years later. After also losing millions of dollars privately, his lifeline ultimately would be his transfer from being a businessman to being a brand. Despite the bankruptcy filings, he often retained control and kept his name associated with the properties. Even though 3 of his companies went bankrupt, he kept his image of a successful businessman by keeping his name in the spotlight. And at the end of the 90s, Trump became the head producer of the Miss Universe pageants, earning him a Hollywood star in 2007. Trump went after the presidency for the first time in the year 2000. Donald named Oprah as his ideal running mate, and most people thought Trump's campaign was just for publicity. Eventually, Trump had to make way for the Republican George W. Bush. After his first attempt at the presidency, Donald Trump co-produced and appeared on the reality TV show The Apprentice. The art of the deal already painted Trump as a successful and rich businessman, but his appearance on The Apprentice cemented it. His popularity grew, and he reinvested the $427 million he earned with The Apprentice, mainly in unsuccessful businesses like the Trump University, which turned out to be a scam, claiming more than $20 million of its victims. In 2009, Donald Trump made arguably his best publicity step yet. He joined Twitter. His bankruptcies and unethical businesses did not seem to hurt his public image very much, because in the upcoming years he would achieve what many can only dream of. In 2011, Trump gained massive attention for his involvement in the birther movement.
Do you accept that President Obama was born in the United States,
No,
is not Muslim?
I really don't know. I mean,
You don't know?
I don't know why he wouldn't release his records. But, you know, honestly, I don't want to get into it. He came up with this thing all of a sudden miraculously.
Questioning the legitimacy of Barack Obama's birth certificate and his capacity to be president. In this year, Trump also announced he would not run for president in the 2012 election.
I've decided that we are going to continue onward with Celebrity Apprentice. We're going to continue making lots and lots of money for charity. I will not be running for president as much as I'd like to, and I want to thank everybody very much.
But in the next election, Trump did something we all thought was impossible.
To make this country great again. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again. Build that wall, build that wall, build that wall. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. God bless you and good night. I love you.
That $916 million loss to avoid paying personal federal income taxes.
Of course I do. Of course I do. And so do all of her donors, or most of her donors. I know many of her donors. I will release my tax returns against my lawyer's wishes when she releases her 33,000 emails that have been deleted. As soon as she releases them... And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab him by the pussy.
It doesn't matter if you hate him or love him, Trump is the living example that you can fake it till you make it.